Welcome back to Bugs, Buzz, and Beyond, the show where we dive into the strangest, most fascinating lives of the tiniest creatures on Earth. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we're talking about a bug that can reproduce without males. Yup, you heard that right. No males, no mating, no problem. And make sure to stay until the end because we'll have 3 fun trivia questions to test what you've learned from this episode. Let's get into the bizarre and brilliant world of insects that don't need a partner to make more of themselves. Our topic for today is the bug that can reproduce without males. In most animals, reproduction involves both a male and a female. One provides the sperm and the other the egg. But some creatures have figured out a shortcut called parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis literally means virgin creation. It's a type of asexual reproduction where females can produce offspring without being fertilized by males. Basically, these female bugs can clone themselves. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's 100% real. This process happens when the female's egg develops into a complete embryo without needing sperm. The offspring are often genetic copies of the mother. Think of it as copy-paste biology. One of the most famous examples of a bug that can reproduce without males is the aphid, those tiny, green, soft-bodied insects you might see sucking the sap from garden plants. Aphids are the queens of cloning. During the warmer months, many aphid species don't even bother producing males. Instead, the females give birth to live young, all female, all clones of themselves. Here's the wild part. Some aphid mothers can carry their daughters and granddaughters inside them at the same time. It's like a biological nesting doll. 3 generations living in one body. This rapid, male-free reproduction allows aphid populations to explode in just a few days. A single aphid can lead to thousands of offspring in a short period, making them one of the fastest multiplying insects in the world. So, why would an insect evolve to reproduce without males? Simple: speed and survival. Insects that use parthenogenesis can reproduce much faster because they don't need to waste time finding a mate. When food is abundant and the environment is stable, cloning is an efficient way to make sure the next generation is just as successful as the last. But there's a catch. Because the offspring are clones, there's no genetic diversity. That means if a disease or environmental change hits, the entire population could be wiped out. So, many parthenogenetic insects, like aphids, switch back to sexual reproduction when winter approaches or when conditions become harsh. It's like they have 2 buttons: clone mode for good times, mix mode for survival. Aphids aren't the only ones with this amazing ability. Some stick insects, cockroaches, wasps, and even bees can reproduce without males under certain conditions. For example, stick insects can go years without males, producing all-female offspring that look exactly like them. Komodo dragons, though not insects, have also been known to use parthenogenesis when isolated. And in the insect world, honeybee queens can lay unfertilized eggs that turn into male drones. That's a different form called haplodiploidy, but it's a close cousin to parthenogenesis. Nature has so many creative ways to keep life going, even without romance. What's truly fascinating is how this process challenges our idea of reproduction itself. These insects prove that survival doesn't always require a partner. In a way, it's the ultimate display of independence. A female bug creating an entire lineage on her own. So next time you see a small green aphid crawling on a leaf, remember, that tiny creature might be part of an all-female dynasty built entirely without males. All right, let's see how much you learned. Here are 3 trivia questions. Ready? Let's get started. Question 1. What is the scientific term for reproduction without males? A. Photosynthesis. B. Parthenogenesis. C. Metamorphosis. D. Regeneration. Correct answer. B. Parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis comes from Greek roots, meaning virgin birth. It's when females produce offspring without male fertilization. This process can be found in insects, reptiles, and even some fish. Unlike sexual reproduction, parthenogenesis skips the sperm entirely, meaning all offspring are genetic clones of the mother. Question 2. Which insect is known for carrying both daughters and granddaughters inside its body at the same time? A. Ant. B. Cockroach. C. Aphid. D. Termite. Correct answer. C. Aphid. Aphids can give birth to live young that already contain developing embryos, meaning 3 generations can exist within one mother. This rapid and layered reproduction is what makes them capable of overwhelming plants so quickly. It's one of the most extraordinary examples of cloning efficiency in nature. Question 3. Why do some insects switch back to sexual reproduction after reproducing asexually for a while? A. To increase population size. B. To rest from cloning. C. To create genetic diversity for survival. D. To reduce competition. Correct answer. C. To create genetic diversity for survival. While cloning through parthenogenesis is fast, it doesn't allow for variation. Without genetic diversity, a single disease or climate shift could wipe out an entire clone-based population. By switching back to sexual reproduction, insects mix genes, increasing their chances of survival in changing environments. It's nature's way of balancing speed and safety. And that's a wrap on today's episode. The bug that can reproduce without males. Nature never fails to surprise us. If you enjoy this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.